That's what it says.
All right. Okay, we got it. We are so good. All right, so it is July 6, 2007.
Monteforte is the host now.
What's that? Team Zoom? Team Zoom. And we have Woody Andrews about to share some experience. You guys, seriously, I just got out of the river. My daughter, okay, so my hair's wet. I was across the street. We had this awesome swimming hole, and I was showing her, and we were swimming, and she's like, Mom, it's 5:28 when we walked into the house. I'm like, okay.
You canceled your swimming today.
Redhead is dead. Okay, so go for it, Woody. It's all yours.
When we saw that we were going to Houston, Phoenix, I thought I would call BNI and see who would want to join me for a one-to-one or the free panel discussion on Friday night. So I started calling early in the week, and I've managed to start getting a hold of people by Thursday. Thursday, I've got a hold of I probably called 8 people. I called leadership. I just want to let you know that I didn't call individuals or email individuals. You could try that. You can go on the list and then just, send an email to everybody if you wanted to, I think. I got a question into one of our leaders here to find the protocol on how to do that, because I would like to be able to directly mark it versus going through whatever the vice president decides. I like to be right in there. Anyway, the 4 people I talked to, I only talked to 3. One never got a hold of me. One was in send-out cards. 2 were in send-out cards and did not use them at the time. And I suggested, why don't you just come on down, meet me Friday and see how to use it. You can use it in your business, and if you need any hand, there's a lot of people there to help you out. One had something to do that night, and the other one was going out of town, and the other person just wasn't really interested in send-out cards. So they're all very polite. So, and I would think that if you're going to Houston, start calling now and see what you can do, because you have plenty of time to do it and get the word going out.
So are you saying that 1 out of the 4 was interested in coming and seeing it?
No, none of them were.
Oh, no.
Nope. And I run into this frequently here, and people get signed up. I can think of 4 right off the hand. I can tell you their names: Carrie, Richard, Michael, Susan, that are in send-out cards from 5 years ago, and they just sit on their accounts and don't do anything, even though I've said you don't need to change. You just let me show you how to use it, because it's awesome, dudes. And they're just complacent.
Yeah, I have that too. I signed up an insurance agent about 3 weeks ago, and then I spent an hour, and he wanted to use it to send birthday cards, which I told him we could completely automate.
Yeah.
And he was excited about that. Well, then he decided that it was his wife who was going to do it. So I spent an hour with his wife showing her how to do everything. And a week later, I get a text from her saying, cancel my subscription. So apparently he was interested, but she's not,
Oh.
So, and that's the second time I've had somebody who's a business owner try to pass it off on a relative.
Is that the couple from my church? The nice, tall
Yep.
guy and the good-looking wife?
Yeah, from Beacon Insurance. Yeah.
Shame. Oh.
I know. They didn't even get 1 month of subscription. They got their $195 package with 100 points, and then they sent 1 group of invitations out for a birthday party, which I thought, well, now they're on their way. I made really awesome custom branding for him, awesome looking custom branding. And then I thought, well, they're really on their way. And next thing I know, they're canceling their subscription. So I think, and I don't know why, but I'm guessing it was a matter of he wanted it and she didn't want to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Does he not have a secretary?
Yeah, but he didn't have me show his secretary. He had me show his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So, and really, I'm kind of to the point where when business owners want me to do training with them, I'm just going to say, you know what? It's either with you or nobody. I mean, if you want me to show you and your secretary, that's fine. But
well, You know, I know you've been burned a lot of times on that, but like I have one of my car dealers, his does it all for him. And I'm really fortunate because I mean, she Zoomed with me a couple weeks ago on a Friday morning so that we could go over the new campaigns and everything, and I could help her, you know, with the campaigns that her existing campaigns. And so I really hit the jackpot with her. She's fantastic. But I will agree with you, Sue, that a lot of times the person that you show it to is super excited, but they're not going to be the person doing it. Then you show it to the person who's going to be doing it, and they don't want to do the work.
Right. And how many times has that happened to us, Tracy? At least a dozen.
At least.
Yeah, so I have a gal that she's actually one of my coaching clients, and she's not in my Send Out Cards group, but she is in Send Out Cards. And I told her that my assistant, my personal assistant, I started hiring her out to other people to set up their campaigns or to manage their campaigns. And which means if they get new clients, she'll input them into the contact manager, and she'll set them up on whatever campaign they want those customers to be on. And she does it really inexpensively. And so she has a realtor that's had the system for a really long time, kind of like what you guys are talking about, and hasn't been utilizing it. And so she told her about my assistant, and she said, absolutely, I'll hire her. So I'm just putting that out there to you guys again. If you ever have somebody who's willing to pay somebody, I've hired her. I mean, I let somebody pay her only $10 an hour, which is pretty darn cheap.
That's very cheap. You can't even get a babysitter for that.
I just told this coaching client of mine, I said, you know, I'd really like to see her get paid a little bit more than that. How about 12? And she goes, oh, piece of cake. She'll pay $12.
Yeah.
So I think 12 is better for her, and she would do it for 10. But see, the thing is, she's so generous that if she had to spend her time figuring something out, she won't even put it on the
charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. So, and then I end up working with her a little bit, showing her some techniques and things, you know, because I figure once I teach her the skill, I could get her some outside work. She was out in the sticks in Arkansas. She could really use the work. She's a grinder. And when I say grinder, I mean she will grind till her job is done. She won't complain, and she won't overcharge. You know, she's just happy to do it. So,
well, yeah, and I've done that work for people.
Because it's not just setting them up. If you were the one who helped them creatively set up a campaign and do the custom branding, but then they just need somebody who makes sure that everything, you know, new customers get inputted and all that stuff's happening. If there's some manual stuff, she can do it for them. And sometimes they not only have to spend $20 or $30 a month to have that done, you know. So. Yeah,
I can offer that to some of my people who have been just kind of sitting on it. If she's willing to do, I mean, how many people is she willing to take on?
Oh, I think if we got too many, she would say. So
okay.
I think it'd be fine.
Yeah, because I definitely could pass her some work.
Well, bring it, and I can give you her phone number.
Let's give Osman her number.
Yes.
Pardon?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Trace?
Osman.
So let's give Osman her number.
Oh.
Our realtor in Lincoln that has joined us a couple of times.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I recognized him.
Yeah, he just has all these ideas. He's really good at having ideas, and he's not so good at implementing them.
All right.
So, you know, he'll go out and take the pictures of the for sale by owners and think up what he wants to say and have the cards all made up in his head, but he doesn't actually get it down and get it going.
Okay, so if he's got the ideas and the text and the pictures and all he does is gift that to her, she can make them.
Okay.
And then if she needs help with formatting or whatever, I can help her.
Okay, if you would text me
charge for my time.
information.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so cool. Thank you. And that might help with some of those people just once they see it rolling and they start to see the results, you know, then anyway. Hey, I want to share something, or unless you guys are you still on that topic, or can we move on?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, no, never mind. I'm not going to share.
Oh, no. Now you have to.
No, I can't do it. No, can't do it.
What?
What do you wanted to talk about?
No, I said before I thought it through. I want to wait till I do it, then I'll share it later.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys wanted to talk about Cody's video?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I watched it and I love it. The only problem with it is it's 37 minutes long.
I know.
If they would edit that to about 15 minutes, it would be golden.
Well, he takes too long to get to the point, so you could cut him out in the beginning. And then you could just take each of
If
the
you just took each person individually,
each story.
Yeah.
But I gave a little bit of a try to get it into, get it off Facebook so I could edit it, but I wasn't successful. Does anybody know how to do that? I can do it with my live Zoom things, but.
yeah.
Oh. No, the only thing I could think you could do is start a Zoom and then play it on your screen and then record it through Zoom.
Yes, I also have a Jing video screen capture.
You could try that. It won't come out. The words might not match the mouth exactly or something. I don't know. It drives me nuts.
They already don't exactly match, so that's okay.
Or it might not be super crisp. But the other thing you can do is go to Fiverr.com and pay somebody who's really good at doing that stuff and ask them and pay them to do it.
Yeah.
Fiverr's cheap, you know, you can get people to do stuff like that if you're not in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, then they pay the hurry rate, you know. They charge you the speed, whatever you call it.
I was hoping that Cody would put it on his YouTube channel, but I haven't seen it there yet.
I put it on my, I have a Facebook page that's called Tracy Monteforte Loves Positive Mail. And I just put it on there. I just shared it to that page. That's the only place I'm using it.
I shared it on my Growing Through Gratitude page, and then I also shared it on LinkedIn.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I saw that, Tracy, along with the text that they had. Yeah, and I love the text that they gave us, and the only reason I haven't shared it is I think it's too long. I don't see a lot of people watching a 37-minute video.
Yeah, I know Casey went crazy and said, I'm going to be sending it all out, and Darla put something out too, and for some reason I thought I heard Casey say 12 minutes, and I thought, wait a minute, man, I know I was listening to it for 12 minutes.
That's not the one I saw, unless there's an edited version I don't know about.
Well, I think it was the 12-minute mark.
Oh.
He talked so fast, I wasn't sure, and I was kind of like listening to his video while I was doing something else. I can't watch him. It drives me nuts, so I listened to him.
Each one of those stories would be a really good 2-minute tip video if they would break them down. And that would be I guess we can suggest it, but if they would break that down, it would be more valuable.
Yeah. Okay, well, I was just wondering if.
Yeah, it is really good though, and I'm planning to send it to a couple of fence sitters, and maybe they'll watch it. And the other thing I might do is, and the next time I speak at BNI, I might pick out 10 minutes of it and play it to my BNI.
Oh.
Because
sure.
Yeah, because I've already spoken. I've sent a card from my phone, and I've given the relationship marketing talk. So you kind of have to keeping it fresh. So maybe I'll just play parts of that video, because that first guy that had what kind of business was it he had?
Auto body.
Yeah.
I
loved his 3-legged stool analogy. That was really good.
I did too.
And a lot of business owners I talk to, they think that giving excellent service is going to bring them referrals, but it won't. That's only one leg of the stool.
Yes.
And I think that 3-legged stool analogy would make a really good BNI talk.
Yeah.
You could come in like a farmer. You could pull down your little chair, your little 3-legged stool, like you're going to milk it.
Milk the cow.
And you can have some milk and brownies, let everybody have some milk and brownies. You can sit on it.
So, and speaking of BNI, I'll have to let you know next week, but I've been nominated for the leadership team, so we'll see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exciting. So are you going to Cancun?
No.
Okay, wait a minute. It was Woody and Steve who earned 25%, right?
Yes, and I'm going to see my kids in Connecticut.
Yeah. Instead. Okay.
I earned 25% too.
I thought you did.
Yeah, but
On your list?
when I looked into the plane tickets, it was like $600 for a plane ticket.
Yeah.
And so add that to the remainder of what Cancun was going to cost, and you're talking about $1,200 trip.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't worth it.
And that was for
one
each of
person,
us.
right?
Yeah, it was $1,200 for each of us.
Yeah, because I was going to take Tracy, but then so what we decided to do is go to Houston instead.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They probably
Which
got
is
a nice,
not
they got a nice pool there.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah. I think that is probably the way it shook out for a lot of people. They haven't really talked about it. They're not even, I haven't heard them mention that they're excited.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be lots of.
A couple of people have mentioned that, they're excited for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
and
a
they
lot.
actually send out cards. Even called me.
So,
Customer service called me and asked me if I was considering going, and I said I really wanted to, but the plane ticket was so expensive, it just kind of negated the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I did tell them that I thought it was an awesome incentive, and I grew my team tremendously by chasing that trip, and I would definitely recommend they do it again, and I would go for it again. So whether or not I actually go to Cancun, I did get tons of benefit from that promotion.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the idea behind any contest, is that it grows your business, and that's the real prize.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I do like to see incentives where more people win actual full on the whole thing. Personally, I like to see
it was
that.
a really cool incentive. It really was. But, where Sue and I live, and that's why we drive to Salt Lake every year for convention, because where we live, it's like right now, I'm trying to buy plane tickets to go to West Palm Beach, Florida, and I can't fly on Southwest from Omaha, even though Southwest flies to West Palm Beach, Florida. I'd have to go to 5 different airports for it to happen on Southwest. So I have to fly a different airline, which is fine, but I prefer Southwest. But it's just very difficult to get anywhere from here.
Well, that's how it is where I live too. We have one choice, United.
Yeah.
Just the one airline on the planet, pretty much. Yeah. And then you have to connect somewhere else. So yeah. We have a thing now called Pin Air, and they only go.
Oh, Pin Air's great. We have Pin Air here in San.
Okay, well, they only go north, so only if I want to go to Portland or Seattle or someplace like that.
Yeah, they're headquartered there.
We're allowed to fly to Denver, and then everywhere else from Denver.
Yeah, I can fly to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yay! And then connect, but still. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like a international airfare just to get me out of here,
Exactly. Which is precisely why, rather than us spend the same amount of time trying to fly to Salt Lake, we just drive there.
Oh, no, I'm okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm out in 100-degree weather.
It was 103 when I left UNK today.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like 66 degrees right here.
Is it seriously?
That's pretty.
Yeah, maybe 67 if I'm lucky. I live, in the coastal redwoods, so it just doesn't get hot.
So lovely.
Yeah, the sun finally came out, and that's why my daughter just drove up from Berkeley. And she was like, "It's so cold here; it feels like winter." She goes, as soon as she got to the Humboldt County line, it's like, that's why I say we live behind the redwood curtain, because it's like fog,
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I just, as soon as I got to the county line, I saw the fog, and I'm like, I know, but it'll clear, it'll burn off, and it's gonna be nice, and I'm gonna take you across the street to the river. And she's like, "No way, it's gonna be too cold." I'm like, "No, you're coming, and we're gonna go swim in my little swimming hole." And sure enough, she's like, "It's 8 o'clock."
It's 8 o'clock here, and it's still 90 degrees.
See, I was in Sacramento a couple of weeks ago visiting my family.
And with the humidity, it feels like 92, it says.
I hate that. It was 108 in Sacramento, where I was a couple of weeks ago.
That's not fun.
Well, it was 121 in Phoenix that same week, so I can't complain. 108.
So, Woody, how was the Promptings Academy you went to?
It was great. It was really good. And they had the panels were fantastic, because that's the woman that spoke about their metal business.
Yes.
And from the auto body shop was there, and there was a real estate agent, that spoke, and Ellen Mars spoke, of course, on the piano on Saturday. And then they had other people coming up, Jordan and Steve Schultz on Friday night were talking. It was really, really good. And there was quite a mixture of people in their late 20s,
Nice.
all the way up to like whatever still goes. And it was really neat. I mean, I met a musician. Jordan told me to go talk to this guy named Philip, so I kept looking around for Philip, and he stood up with his own I am statements. And I went, that's the dude. So I went over and we talked, and I just said, because like you're my son's age, what got you into send out cards? How can I talk to my son about this? And he goes, hey man, it's a no-brainer. It'll grow anybody's business, number one. And number two, it's ground floor opportunity. So I know it's been 10, 14 years, whatever. I said, but with this app, it is a ground floor opportunity, and I'm in. And this is a guy that's 35 or whatever, a professional musician in Vegas. So that was really heartening to hear. And
but it doesn't matter what age people are; they either see it or they don't.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, and I remember going to convention a couple years ago, and I told Tracy, "Look around; everybody's old and white." and now with the app, it's completely.
It is.
Yeah, the millennials are in. So,
Yeah.
but they're still. I've shown it to I don't know how many millennials, and they either get it or they don't. And it's with the business owners. It's like, yeah, I love this, but I want so and so to do it. And I have just gotten to the point where I say, look, if you're not going to do it, it's not going to happen. I've been here, done this. So either you're in, as in you're going to pick up your phone and send the cards, or you're not.
Yeah. Or you're going to do it on your computer, or you have a personal assistant who's going to do it for you.
Yeah.
Some people will have a personal assistant that's going to do it.
But then the personal assistant always promptly quits right after I train them.
Yeah.
So although the one personal assistant who was completely hopeless was my sister. And so she got a better job and has moved on. And the new assistant at the audiologist is amazing. So I didn't really.
Sherry doesn't work for Leslie anymore?
No, she moved on. And my sister Sherry, she could not send out cards to save her life. And I did everything for them. And I showed it to the new assistant. It took about 15 minutes and on Zoom. And she's like, I got it. Bye. Like, why are you talking to me about this?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So sometimes it works out well.
You just had to fire Sherry.
Yeah. Sherry has moved on to better things.
So how many of you here would say that you have some customers in your database that are, been with you and send out cards for quite some time? Just customers, they're not doing it for the business. And you can see that they are using, because they're sending out gifts, brownies, cookies, things like that on a fairly regular basis. And they've been kind of consistent in doing that for a long time. Raise your hand if you've got people like that. Okay. So I'd like to give you guys a challenge. Okay. If you haven't done this, tell me if this is something you do regularly, and then we'll think of a different challenge. But for the week, go through that, how you can look and see who's ordered what, and pick 2 or 3 of those people for this next week to just send them a thank you for your loyalty card with a box of brownies or cookies. And just to show appreciation that they're
I haven't done that in a while.
your customer, right? I've been doing that. I've just been going through and looking and like, oh my God, this gal Lynn, she signed up such a long time ago. She was going to do the business. They had convention right there in her own town when we were in Las Vegas. And I had free tickets for them to come, and they didn't even show up. That's how unmotivated they were. They just like to do the business. They're teachers, she and her husband. And they just decided they just can't get out and talk to people about it. But they've been like the most loyal customers. How long ago was it that we had that convention in Las Vegas? It's been several years, I think.
2011 and 2012.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, one of those years, and I think it was 2011. And but man, oh man, they send brownies and mega cookies and all that kind of stuff, like continuous, like constantly. Every month they're sending out tons of stuff. And so, I just sent them a card with some brownies and said, look, you've been sending out so many of these, it's your turn to get some. Maybe they're sending them to themselves.
That's a good idea. I do that occasionally. Like I sent out a Valentine to all my customers.
But just do a random is what I'm saying. Just
Yeah,
Christmas
random.
in July thing, just a random, hey, it's Christmas in July, you could even do. Or just, hey, you know what, I just noticed that you're such a great customer and you're always sending stuff to other people. It's your turn, So anyway.
I do that every once in a while with Darby's customers for ProTent. I'll just randomly pick, one of our dealerships that gives us a lot of work, or a glass shop that refers a lot of business to us. I'll just randomly once in a while pick somebody and send them a box of goodies and say, we really appreciate working with you guys.
So random act of kindness challenge, then look through your send out cards customer list and who can you shine on this next week.
All right, sounds good.
And if it's in the budget, shine on 3. If not, at least 1, and somewhere in the middle.
That'll be easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Button. How do we get team members to come to this call?
Remind them, invite them. I don't know. Summertime, I think, is going to be probably the harder time to get. Yeah. Just remind them that we're here. Tell them that they're not in the Cool Cat Club if they don't come. And
like Jordan always says, you work with the ones who show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look at us. We don't have any team members showing up.
I called, I talked to Shannon this week. I've reached out to Steve. I've just been kind of touching base with people and seeing what's going on, and people are busy doing their things.
Yeah, and I've been pretty busy at the lake house too, so
I have too, I know.
But I haven't been out of touch.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can text me at any time.
Exactly. Yeah.
But,
well, that's a good question, Sue, and we just need to, I guess, reach out to people more and say, hey, we miss you. Come on, join us.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to get Rebecca, but she works in the evening most of the time. She hasn't been able to come.
Yeah, and Denise would join us, but she volunteers every Thursday night at a free clinic.
So. I called Michelle yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard from her for a little while. But she might have something going on with her girls. It's summer. They're home. So. Speaking of girls, mine's here. So we are at the top of the hour. We've got our challenge. Anything else that you guys want?
I had a question, a quick one. I'm doing a Christmas in July next Tuesday, or no, 2 weeks, and for B&I. But I wanted to springboard that and then start doing monthly events in this area, because, well, that's what I want to do. How should I pattern this event? I just want to start an event. So I can pattern it the way Casey does his Super Saturdays, where he does a story, and I have it written down almost verbatim because I've been to so many of them. I wrote down the pattern. Should I do something where I describe the business, talk about send out cards, how to get involved, and then go into the business presentation? Or should I do more of a hands-on, this is how you use send out cards?
That's a good question. I don't know, because I'm not a meeting doer.
You know what I would do, Woody, is have you seen Callie Teagarden's webinars? She showcases a different person every week.
Yeah.
And like just like Cody showcased those 3 people on his webinar, I think, and then she does the same business presentation every week, but she showcases a different business owner every week and how they use it and what's done for their business. And then she puts it on their Facebook page that they're going to talk on her thing. And, she advertises it on hers. And so I think that the more people you can get involved, the better it's going to be, because the friends of the people who are speaking are going to come because they're going to want it.
Well, and also the people who support it regularly will keep them intrigued too, because there's something new.
Something new. So yeah, the business presentation doesn't change. I've watched several of her webinars and they're all identical except for the different person who showcased each time. And often it's a call in, you know, it doesn't have to be even somebody local. You could have Tracy showcase ProTint and call in and zoom in into your meeting.
Bring it. Yes. Oh, excellent.
You could do that, or you could have a video of it and you could press it through your phone, you know, onto the screen. Or you could just talk about somebody, you know. You could have
so
a
make it
of them and hold it up and tell their story, you know, either way.
But the idea of partnering was saying, okay, let's say that Tracy was going to talk about ProTint at your meeting in LA, and she's in Nebraska. Well, she put it on her social media, you put it on your social media, all of her friends would tune in to see her talk, but they would get the business presentation.
That's smart.
And all of your friends would tune in for the business presentation, but would get her talk as a bonus. So then you're leveraging your time, both of you, to bring more people in.
Doing like a Facebook Live at the same
But
time.
it'd be a live event, which is sort of like what Tracy and other people do. I only know Casey because that's the one I go to out here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me design something and I'll run it by you guys.
And Callie just uses the slides that are on the website. So she does the rote business presentation that's on the website, but then she'll in somewhere in the middle of it insert someone, whether it's somebody who having success with their business from send out cards, or whether it's someone who's having success as a distributor and send out cards.
Okay. Yeah, and you know, you can attend hers. They're on Wednesdays, right, at 6 Pacific. I have them on my calendar.
I think I have an alert that comes in. Yeah. I see it.
Yeah. And she always puts it up on official send out cards page. But I think hers is a good I haven't been to Casey's, so I don't know what he does. But I know I couldn't do 4 hours like he does.
Well, his is it's an amazing. It's like fun. It's different. It's not. It's been doing it for so long. It kind of grew to where it is now, and it used to be longer, I guess, but he cut it back to like 3 hours because we were at noon the other time.
Well, I know Callie keeps it to about 45 minutes usually.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna do are you thinking about doing that like weekly or?
No, once a month.
Once a month, yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't commit weekly. I travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once a month is good. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think once a month is good. I mean, we've tried doing weekly meetings just with our team here, and people are, but.
I'd keep it to under an hour. Give time to mingle afterwards, ask questions.
Oh, the whole idea was, oh no, man, I'm in Toastmasters. I know exactly, and I also know what people's attention spans are, so I can divide it up. But I didn't know which direction to go. So you gave me some really good ideas, though. I mean, I wrote them down. So, and I'll formulate it and run it by you guys next week, or text it in or something.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah, anytime, Woody, if you wanted me to pop on and give a little, pop on as a ProTint person and not necessarily a send out cards person, I'd be happy to give our testimony.
Oh, cool. I know what I wanted to bring up. I'm getting a T-shirt from Kyle Saylor. I'm getting a polo shirt, a red polo shirt that's going to have the little envelope emblem and with Team Infinity in the send out cards font, but instead of saying send out cards, it's going to say Team Infinity. And it's going to be sort of the model shirt. So when I get that, you got anybody who wants one can get one, order your size. Tracy, I didn't know if you wanted to get one and wear it to Houston and have us have matching shirts, or do you think that's too easy?
Oh, no, I think you should.
Well, maybe.
Should do it.
So I don't know what the cost will be yet. I mean, he owed me $50 in BNI money, so mine is going to be paid for pretty much, but I'm sure it won't be $50.
When are you getting yours?
I don't know. I gave him the order. I don't know when I'll have it, but
Wear it next week.
yeah, I'll see if I can get it by next Thursday.
Cool.
Now, he's got to create the design and everything for my one shirt. And I told him, I said, if you create the design for my one shirt, I'm pretty much guarantee you that there'll be 5 or 6 more people who want one. So
That's right.
We'll definitely have to make something for convention.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. It's time.
Okay, peace out. Good to see you, Tracy. I'm glad you're still alive. Both Tracys.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? Was I not here last week? I forgot.
Yeah,
When he
well-
left me off the ladder.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, Traci Runge and I, even though we live in the same town, I, honest to God, have not seen her for a month.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
True story.
Yeah. I was speaking to
Summer kicks my butt.
yeah, she,
Full-time momming.
yeah, I know.
Okay, next week let's share our random acts of kindness. Who did we shine on?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, peace out, everyone.
Mwah. Have a good week.
Love you all.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.